Well, right now, emergency responders are getting ready for a training session at Cherry Capital Airport in Traverse City.
But don't worry, there's no emergency. They're preparing for a worst-case scenario.
To give us a better idea of what's going on, 7 and 4's Brendan Kinney joins us live this morning from near the runway in Traverse City.
Good morning, Brendan.
Good morning to you, Holly and Melissa. And right now we're joined with Chief Jim Tuller. He's with the Traverse City Fire Department. Thanks for getting up early with us.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
And so we want to make it clear there's no emergency going on at the airport right now. Simply training, if you can explain what's going on today.
Yes, sir. Earlier this morning, we're going to be involved in our live fire training, which we conduct every year as part of our training requirements for the Federal Aviation Administration. And it's going to be held at the U.S. Coast Guard Air Station here in Traverse City. All the personnel in Traverse City Fire Department are going to come in and train in their shifts, and they'll have 4 hours of classroom training, and then after lunch they'll do the practical exercise evolutions, practice rescue drills, practice fire attack suppression, those types of things. Part of the training requirements is you have to know it, and then you have to do it, and you have to be evaluated, and that's what we're doing today.
How many people are going to be involved today?
We'll have all 23 people involved. The whole department will be in for most of the day, during the day today, and as we do every year. And we're really looking forward to the training. It's really good training. The instructors are fabulous, and it's really valuable for our personnel.
If you can explain what's behind us and how this vehicle may be used, and if there's any kind of emergency here at the airport.
Sure. The truck here behind us is a Stryker 3000. It's made by Oshkosh. It's basically an all-wheel drive, all-terrain fire truck. It's built to go through a lot of snow, off-road through heavy ground, brush and swamp and whatever it needs to be to get to an aircraft. Aircraft rescue firefighting is much different than the structural firefighting we're used to. In that we have only just so many minutes to get there and be effective. We train to be out of the station and anywhere on the airport in under 3 minutes. That's a requirement through the FAA. We have to be on scene spraying water in 3 minutes, and this truck will do it. It's governed at 70 miles an hour for running down the straightaways. It carries 3,000 gallons of water, 460 gallons of foam. It's got 2 turrets on the front. It's really a knockout punch kind of a truck. It's got to get there and suppress the fire and cut a rescue path for the firefighters so we can get the people safe.
All right, well, thanks a lot, Chief Jim Tuller, for joining us this morning. Sure. And coming up in the next half hour, we'll explain the unique relationship between both the airport and also the Traverse City Fire Department. But for now, reporting live in Traverse City, Brendan Kinney, 7 and 4 News.
Well, this morning, emergency responders are getting ready for a training session at Cherry Capital Airport.
But don't worry, there is no emergency. They're actually preparing for a worst-case scenario.
To give us a better idea of what's going on this morning, 7 and 4's Brendan Kinney joins us live from near the runway in Traverse City.
Hey, Brendan, good morning.
Good morning to you, Holly and Melissa. And I feel like I have a lot of power right now behind the wheel. I'm joined now with Dan Sal. He is the Director of Operations here at Cherry Capital Airport. And what vehicle are we in, Dan?
We're in Rescue 4, which is the primary rescue vehicle out here at Station 3, and City Fire mans it.
And so I promised that I wouldn't touch any buttons up here because there are a lot of buttons. If you can explain what role this would play and with today even, will this be used in the training session?
This will be used today in the exercise. This is the primary vehicle. The firefighters have to get to the staging area or the scene within 3 minutes of the incident or accident.
And so what kind of, I guess some of the specifications of this, now there's quite a few nozzles, foam is involved as well too, right? What else?
Yes, it carries 3,000 gallons of water, carries foam. It has what's considered clean agent on board, and the fire department mans it. It's a very nice truck. Oshkosh makes it. And
so if you want to explain the relationship between Cherry Capital Airport and the Traverse City Fire Department.
Yeah, we have a unique situation here at the airport in Traverse City in that we fall in the city jurisdiction. The city fire department mans the station and the trucks. At other airports, it's a subcontract like Protect Services or possibly airport employed people that will man the fire trucks.
And that will all come into play today when the emergency training session takes part. So if you can explain what will there be any interruption, first of all, to airplane traffic today?
There will not be any interruption to the main flow of traffic in the terminal or the air carrier schedule. This will be on the U.S. Coast Guard Air Station, and it's just an exercise. So everybody has been warned about it, and they're expecting it.
And what will be going on outside at the airport today then?
We have a simulator over at the Coast Guard today. We'll light up some propane and actually put out the fires with water and with the turrets that you see on the truck, along with the hand lines on the truck. And both trucks here will be used during the exercise.
And so again, there's no emergency going on right now, just crews again preparing for this training exercise that takes place how often, Dan? It
takes place once a year, and we do a full-scale exercise once every 3 years, which we did last year. We do this exercise once a year, and it's a great exercise, and the whole fire department participates. And we're happy to be on the Coast Guard Air Station. They're great, and they're helping out, and they're providing us classroom space and everything. It's great.
All right, well, thanks so much for your time, Dan. And for now, as the sun is rising here at Cherry Capital Airport, I'm Brendan Kinney reporting live in Traverse City. Joe, we'll turn things over to you now.